In this video, you are going to learn 10 steps to overcoming frustration. Frustration happens to everyone at one time or another. It can make you angry, feel anxious, and be very overwhelming. When you are frustrated, it can feel like nothing is under your control and everything is chaos. It is hard to know where to begin. How do you calm down and begin to tame those feelings when they come up? Where do you begin? Here are 10 steps to help you manage your frustration in a productive and enriching manner. Believe it or not, frustration can teach you a lot about your problem, and when it's dealt with, it can help you gain the skills for managing other intense feelings. Remember, like all feelings or emotions, frustration isn't bad. It is a strong emotion that can serve as a red flag that something needs attention and tending to. These feelings can encompass and contain other strong emotions as well. Some of these feelings are anger, anxiety, confusion, discouragement, and feeling defeated. Here are the 10 steps. Number 1, meditate. The first step in dealing with frustration is to recognize it. It's true that recognizing dissatisfaction isn't always simple. We have a tendency to lash out at loved ones without realizing we are irritated. Fortunately, meditation can help you improve your ability to notice irritation. Meditation simply allows you to become more aware of your body's feelings and experiences. That way, if you see yourself becoming frustrated, you may take steps to alleviate it rather than vent it on those you love. Meditation helps you become more self-aware in the present moment, which is one of its many advantages. If you find that you regularly have fits of rage, or if you've gotten in trouble at work over anger issues, you may find that meditation is helpful to prevent the buildup of frustration within you. Right now, most people are in self-isolation at home. And on the one hand, you're spending time with the people you love the most. How wonderful! But on the other hand, you're stuck with the people who can annoy or frustrate you better than anyone else. Usually, we can get by with a little frustration or annoyance from loved ones. But when you're stuck at home for weeks on end, things can unravel pretty quickly. That's why it's so important to practice meditation for at least 10 minutes a day. You can check out the Declutter the Mind meditation app on the App Store or in Google Play. You can also find some of our guided meditations on our website. Number 2, get some fresh air. Spend some time in your backyard or on your balcony. Getting some of that fresh air can do your body good. Also, every morning, you can go for a walk. If you own a pet, you might enjoy taking some time to walk it a few more times a day than usual to get some of that warm sunshine glowing upon you. While outdoors, be sure to mindfully breathe. Being out in nature is one of the best places you can ever be. While you shouldn't be hitting up your local beach, going for a casual stroll by the water or in a forest can be a relaxing activity. But remember to practice social distancing at this time. You never know who may be contagious. Number 3, exercise. One of the best ways to deal with frustration is to exercise. Rather than holding all of that pent-up energy inside, you may let it out via your physical actions. Go for a run while you're feeling irritated. If you're very enraged, punch the air softly as you go ahead. It genuinely feels fantastic, you'll notice. Even people who dislike running will get respite from their frustrations by going for a run. If you want to change your attitude from one of aggravation to one of enjoyment, you may do alternative cardio like dancing. And if you've got a lot of bottled up rages, weight exercise could be a good way to release it. Every time you lift your weight, you can grunt. And you're increasing your physical health and coping with frustration in a way that makes you stronger in all of these circumstances. Number 4, practice nonviolent communication. Raise your hand if you've ever said something you shouldn't have when frustrated. Okay, don't worry, me too. When we're frustrated, we sometimes use our words to hurt people we care about to get back at them for causing the frustration. However, verbally attacking someone doesn't solve the problem, it only magnifies it. There's an actionable book by Marshall Rosenberg called Nonviolent Communication, A Language of Life that breaks down how to communicate your needs to other people. A cause of frustration may stem from not having our needs met. However, if we fail to know how to communicate those needs to others, we end up having to deal with frustration for years. If you can invest some time in reading, this book may help push you in the right direction. Number 5. Focus on positive visualization. Now we don't want to be woo-woo about positive visualization. Imagining yourself as a billionaire on a beach with zero cares in the world can be a wild dream, but deep down you know it's not possible. Most billionaires have more stress, not less. Kidding aside, positive visualization can help calm your frustrations. You can use Declutter the Mind's visualization for anxiety meditation on the app to help you visualize a ball of light flowing through you to help you ease the tension in your body. The aim of the visualization is to shift your focus to something else to help you deal with frustration. Number 6. Change the tone of your thoughts. Positive thinking alone won't cure your frustration. However, it can help you transition your thought process to a new path. Have you ever found yourself thinking a negative thought and going down a rabbit hole? And somehow this one thought magnifies into something so big you can't control it? How frustrating! Now you can recite every positive mantra in the world, but that's not going to help you. When a negative thought enters your mind, think of a piece of evidence that counters it. For example, you might think to yourself, "I forgot to buy eggs at the grocery store, I'm so forgetful." However, telling yourself that you're a forgetful person is a permanent way to describe yourself for making a tiny mistake. Instead, think to yourself, "I forgot to buy eggs because I didn't include it on the grocery list due to being busier than usual today. I can pick some up tomorrow." That way, you include a reason for not buying eggs and you also include a solution proving that the problem is fixable. Number 7. Look for a solution, not problems. When we deal with frustration, we often put all of our focus on the problem instead of the solution. When you find that a problem is growing bigger, create a list of all the solutions. That way, you remind yourself that the problem is fixable. Frustration is fixable too. However, frustration goes away when we block the negativity in our thoughts so that they don't take something that makes us feel bad and turn it into something that makes us raging mad, upset, or hurt. For instance, say you feel frustrated being stuck at home. Right now, you might not be allowed to leave your house, so that won't work as a solution. However, what can you do to turn your home into a place you want to be? Maybe you can sign up for an online fitness class to release the tension. Or you can play an online game to help entertain yourself. Or you can write thinking of you cards to friends and family to help make other people happy when they get a surprise in their mailbox. Number 8. This too shall pass. Experiencing frustration is part of being human. However, here's some good news for you: frustration passes. When you find that burning ball is in your chest, taking a deep breath, and remembering that this isn't a permanent state can help you deal with frustration. Obstacles and challenges don't last forever. They can be a huge pain in the butt as you deal with the problem. However, nothing is permanent. Eventually, as time passes, you'll notice your frustrations do. Avoid making permanent decisions to solve temporary problems. In this present moment, you're in full control of how you feel and react to your frustration. Choose your next step wisely. Number 9. Distract yourself. There are two types of frustrated people in the world: those who ruminate on their thoughts and those who take action. Those who ruminate on their thoughts tend to make a small problem an impossible one. And those who take action, usually by distracting themselves, eventually move on. If you find that something is frustrating you, it's important to distract yourself with a different task. Maybe you play anxiety relief games, exercise, or watch a show. Avoid calling a friend to talk about your problem because that may cause the rumination to escalate. You don't need someone to agree with your frustrations, you need someone who will help you let go of your frustrations. Number 10. Add a journal entry about it. Sometimes when you're dealing with frustration, you want to get a million things off of your chest. But the problem is, once the words come out, they stay out. It can add tension to relationships and make bad situations worse. Now, you probably don't want to write your negative thoughts about people or situations on paper. Paper can be found and accidentally read by others. The best strategy is to type it all out and immediately delete it without sending it. If you think sharing your thoughts needs to be heard to help you come to a solution, give yourself a few hours to cool down. And when you do write something out, be sure to include actions that you and others can take to help resolve your frustrations. You can also keep a mindfulness journal where you can keep tabs on your daily emotions and ensure you're seeing progress.